Hey guys, it's Pete, your totally obsessed tennis coach. And if you enjoyed today's serve lesson, then make sure you stick around to the end because I have something awesome for you if you want to step up your serve this year. You have been stuck at that 3.5 level for years and you think that your serve might be a big part of the reason why. You are going to love today's lesson because I'm going to spoon feed you the perfect serve practice for 3.5 players so they can finally get up to that next level. If you're ready, let's get started. Okay guys, so let's get into today's video. I'm going to give you the perfect practice for 3.5 players so that they can finally get unstuck. I find that the 3.5 level is maybe the toughest level in all of tennis to break out of. You see that with some basic techniques, you can get up to a 3.0 and a 3.5 usually within, I don't know, 2 to 5 years. But so many people get stuck at that 3.5 level for years, for decades. And a big reason is the serve. If you go and you look at your club and you look at the 4.0, 4.5 players and teaching pros, you're going to notice a big difference in technique between the 3.5 players and the rest of those players who finally got to that next level. So I'm going to show you today what it takes to do that. So let's get into it and jump right into today's practice. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to get out our trusty basket of serves and come back here to the baseline. And then what we want to do to start out with is we just want to start ripping serves as hard as we can right off the bat.
What?
Just come here and just start nailing serves so the odds of increasing injury go way up. And yeah, that's a great idea, right? No, that's not what you should be doing, guys. We don't want to come back with a basket of serves, serve as hard as we can, like I see so many people doing, and doing serves the wrong way. It's a complete waste of time. So let me show you what we should be doing instead. Now, the first thing B2 and I want you to do is to get a serve sample of what you're actually doing on the serve. And everybody has got a phone, which has a great camera. So you have no excuse not to do this. And you can get yourself a tripod from online at Amazon or go to Walmart, go to Best Buy. You can get this, you can do this. So get yourself a tripod, get yourself a camera and identify. By the way, B2, right now, he wants you to like this video. If you like and you love B2, you need to give this video a like. All right, anyway, B2, ready? Go get the ball. So what you want to do is you want to identify, let's make sure we can see B2 get the ball, awesome. You want to identify the number one issue you're having on your serve. You want to be able to look at the video and be able to pinpoint what the big problem is on your serve, and then we go from there. So take a look at your serve, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through a progression that's going to work for about 90+% of 3.5 players today.
B2, I'm never gonna be a 4.0 player. My serve is awful.
Hey, what is your problem?
My serve stinks. I'm never gonna be any good.
Well, most tennis players have this happen to them. But let me tell you something, if you're willing to follow my system, anybody can develop a professional style serve. Are you willing to give it a try?
Really? You mean it? Oh yeah, I'll do anything. I'll try anything, I promise.
All right, well then let's hit the court. So the first thing I want you to get used to is if we're gonna learn a professional style serve, we wanna be working inside the service box. This is our new baseline. This is kind of a cool tool I have as well. We're not gonna get too much into this, but this is called the Toss Master by Lisa Dotson. And it shows you where you can put your feet to get in the right stance. So you see right here, I basically put my feet in this position. I'm in the right stance, and then it can also show you where you want your tosses to land so you can practice your tosses landing in the areas you want. But we saw that our student today, poor serving Pete, he had the classic waiter tray move. And this is what most people have at that 3.5 level and it's why they can't get to the 4-0 level, is because they haven't gotten rid of the pizza move or the waiter tray, and they're not able to put spin on the ball with confidence and swing as fast as they can and still have the ball go in the court. So that's what I'm going to teach you how to do up here in this area. Now again, follow everything step by step. When you follow the steps, you're going to achieve what you want out of your serve, and you will be able to get to that next level. But you got to work up here, and let me show you the first thing I want you to start doing. Okay, so the hardest thing to get comfortable with having an advanced serve that will allow you to get to that 4-0 level and beyond is that it doesn't make common sense, right? When you're hitting the ball, most of you out there that are at the 3-5 level, your racket head is going right towards the tennis ball, which makes a lot of sense, right? There's the ball, there's the racket, hit it, it makes sense. The pros and advanced players, the good players at your club, they're leading up on the edge of the racket. The edge of the racket is leading right to the ball. If you watch it frame by frame, it looks impossible to hit the ball until the last possible second when they strike it. It looks impossible to hit the ball, and then all of a sudden they're hitting the ball and then coming through. So the first thing you want to get comfortable with is your grip, and then the idea of the edge leading towards the tennis ball. So what you want to do is get in that continental grip. The way you can do it is you take the webbing in your hand right here, you run it down, you grab the tennis racket, you shake hands with the tennis racket, or I like how top tennis training calls it the chopper grip, right? That's what you want to be in. And the first thing you want to do, and again, don't skip steps. Don't go, well, that looks easier. I don't see the point of doing that. So I want you to choke up on the tennis racket. I want your chest facing forward. And I just want you to do something I call edge taps, which you're just trying to tap the tennis ball and the edge. Now, again, don't make it hard. It has to be. I tell people to do this, and then they'll like throw the ball way up, and they'll try and hit it up high. That's super hard to do, especially in the beginning. I just want you to get comfortable with the idea of leading with the edge, okay? So you're just gonna come here and just literally tap the ball. Tap the ball with the edge of the racket. And if you miss or don't hit it well, that's okay too. That's no big deal. But just getting here, again, notice how the racket isn't going above my head. It's just basically right by my nose, and I'm just coming here and tapping the ball, okay? That's the first thing I want you to do. Then what we're gonna do after that is we're gonna turn sideways, right? And now we're still gonna keep the ball low, and we're still gonna tap the ball. So now we're sideways, and we're just gonna come here and try and tap the ball. Now again, you might miss. See, I missed the first one, second one I made. Doesn't matter if you're making or missing. The idea is just getting comfortable with trusting yourself to lead up with the edge. Now we're so close to actually having a professional style serve already before you even know it. Now, the next thing I want you to do is rather than tap, I want you to shade. See, I want you to throw out that way towards the side fence and then put the ball in the way. And what's gonna happen, which is gonna be pretty cool, is I'm gonna go this way and the ball is gonna go that way. I'll show you this view and then we'll show you the back view so you can see how it's going. But I'm gonna go this way and just throw the racket out that way, put the ball in the way, and you go. And already I'm imparting spin. So what that's gonna allow me to do long term is gonna give me the confidence on second serves to swing as fast as I want and put spin on the ball. So that quickly you can start to develop a professional style concept into your serve, which is spin. Lots of people never figure out how to put spin on the ball. It's a mystery to them because they're always back there at the baseline trying to figure everything out, and they're not doing progression learning like I'm teaching you right now. Okay, once we're getting comfortable with that, what we want to do is now we just basically want to keep running down. You could just gradually move down too. So I was up here, now I'll move down to the top of the grip and go out that way. Right, and again, I'm getting the spin on the ball. Now, we're just gonna go a little further down. And now as we do this, we have more leverage. The swing is gonna get a little deeper as you do that. Then you go all the way to the bottom, and again, just swinging out, and you're getting that spin. And then finally, what I want you to start to do is I want you to keep the beginning simple. Don't swing too hard or too big, but then I want you to go this way, and then I want you to start to relax around like that, right? And you can just do it in 2 steps. You can go stop, and then bring it around. Stop, bring it around. Then what you're gonna do from there is you're just gonna try and do the whole thing. So now it's starting to look a little more like a serve. And the more you do this and kind of relax through it, it starts to look more and more like a serve, okay? Okay, now that we have that, now what we have to start to do, and I find that this is a big stumbling block for so many recreational players, why they can't get a lot of power on the serve, is they keep doing what I've been showing. I've been keeping my elbow here and kind of going out there. I'm not gonna get a lot of power like that. We're just gonna take Jeff Sollenstein's term, because I don't think anybody's ever said it better. The elbow the enemy move, or I like to also call it the power L, right? To where you can put like a tennis ball right on your elbow right there. That's what we want. And we want to pretend that somebody's coming back to get you. And this is where you want the racket to ultimately be. So, but I find that just starting here, it's going to be really tough. So what I want you to do is I want you to keep it back there, but I want you to have the racket now, and this is how it's going to help. This is going to help us have a fluid racket drop. I want the racket on the back side of your head, and make sure that the elbow is going out that way. When I do this with a lot of recreational players, they go like this, and then they're going like that. You see how weak that looks? You want to make sure you're here. This is a big, big key. I cannot tell you how many people I show this to right in front of them, and they start going like this, and then they start going like that, and it's not going to get any power. Where if I'm here and I learn how to drop the racket, see, now I can hit a pretty darn good serve, right? So this is a big key to being able to add power to your serve. So we're here, and what you want to learn how to do is let the racket pretend like you're stuck up here on the top of a mountain, and then all of a sudden an avalanche comes and it falls off. And you want to let the racket dangle, and then you see as I'm having it dangle, how my hip starts to slide on out, and we want that momentum to bring us up to the hit. So you just want to practice a couple of shadow swings like that. See, I'm tossing and I'm falling. I'm tossing and I'm falling, and then I'm going up and then around. So it looks like this all at once. Let it fall, around, and hit. Okay? Practice that a lot of shadow swings and everything. You want to get good, you want to film yourself, you want to start to see this look smooth. Like once it falls, it doesn't stop, right? Once the racket falls, it's full steam ahead. That's super important, okay? And now that we have this concept, all we want to do is keep bringing it into more and more of a full serve. So we start on the back of our head. Now I'm going to go to the top of the head, okay? And each move, if it's something new you've never done before, it can tend to be where you mess up. So make sure you're filming all this, because you might mess up somewhere along the way. That's why you got to keep verifying everything by filming yourself. So we want to be here, and again, we want this elbow back here. We don't want to be in here. We don't want to go to the top of our head and then start to go like this, which a lot of people will do, because muscle memory is just, you know, that word that people say. So anyway, I'm going to come here, drop, and go. So now I'm at the top of the head, drop, and go. Gonna do it again. Notice these serves are all out on purpose. We're not worried about hitting the ball in the box, okay? Now, once you get good at the top of the head, then you're gonna come to the hitting side. The hitting side, or secret power source, or I think Ryan from 2 Minute Tennis calls it like the salute move, right? We wanna be right here. And what we want to do, which is really tough, that's why I do some shallow strokes, and I'm going to teach you to do something called the follow the thumbnail exercise, because I'm telling you, this gets really tough. The odds of you doing this correctly the first time, even though this looks so elementary, are very, very, very low. So now what we want to do is we want to come from here, come behind, make sure, again, we're going back this way with the elbow, come down and up and hit, okay? And I love the party hat move. What I also like to add to that is the follow the thumbnail exercise. So what I want you doing is I want you looking at your thumbnail. Like, look at it. Don't look this way. Don't look where the toss is going to go. Do some shadow swings. Follow the thumbnail as you do this. you should be able to see your thumbnail the whole time. You should be able to see your thumbnail to the inside. See my thumbnail, see my thumbnail. Now, even as I cross my head and I'm into the ear, I still see my thumbnail, and then at this point I start to push the thumbnail away, right? Let me get further away from the camera so I can show you. I'm looking at my thumbnail, I see it, I see it, I see it in the rack drop as I'm coming through and I'm rotating my hips, I'm going up. I still see the thumbnail by my ear. Then I push it away, then I come around, and again by the end, I see my thumbnail again, okay? So you do some shadow swings, super slow, follow the thumbnail exercise. Then what you can do is you could just rhythmically speed it up, but keep watching the thumbnail. Keep watching the thumbnail. Okay, do you guys see what I'm talking about here? I'm talking about I am keeping my eye on the thumbnail the whole time. And then once I feel like I've got that, I can try some serves, but film yourself because it's easy to have this fall apart. So now I'm here in the salute position, secret power source is what I like to call it, and hit your serve. Now, if you do this right, this is when we start to hit big time serves, okay? So this is your perfect serve practice. I know you're gonna go, okay, what's next, Pete? Like, I wanna do like the full moat. Forget that. Do this for several months. Be patient. Do tons of shadow swings around the house. Stay up here. Don't worry about going to the baseline. All right, that's where you're gonna get messed up. That's why you have been stuck, you know, months, years, decades, because you want to go, okay, that looks great. Okay, now what's next, Pete? Like, show me this is all you need today. This is the perfect serve practice for 3.5 players who truly don't want to make any excuses, but just want to go to the next level. Totally obsessed tennis player. I promised I was going to hook you with something awesome at the end, and here it is. My 7-day serve challenge. It is the perfect practice template. So if you're looking to get your toss under control, I've got the 10-minute toss fix. If you're looking to add an easy 10 to 15 miles an hour to your serve with very little effort, then we've got a power day inside the 7-day serve challenge. If you're looking to learn how to get that nasty slice on the serve, whether you're righty or lefty, then it's inside the 7-day serve challenge. If you want a sick kick, it's inside the 7-day serve challenge, and you can get free access to each day for 48 hours. I've got a preview video. Make sure you check it out. If it all checks out and looks awesome to you and you're excited to get your serve to the next level, then make sure to go up in the card section, which is right here, or in the description box below. Sign up and I'll see you inside. It's time to develop a serve with massive power and spin without giving up your accuracy or consistency, without having to spend hours and hours on the court every day for the rest of your life, and without having to spend thousands of dollars on lessons that just don't work. My name is Peter Freeman. I'm the founder of Crunch Time Coaching. You may have seen my serve videos on YouTube where I have over 8 million views. Or maybe you've seen me interview the great Rick Macy, Gigi Fernandez, or Rod Laver with my TennisCon event that features the very best coaches in the world in an effort to get your game to the next level. Or maybe you've already experienced one of my online training courses. Either way, I'm just a passionate coach who loves helping totally obsessed tennis players get unstuck and get to the next level in their tennis journey. So if you want to finally separate the truth from the lies, throw out all the junk and clutter that just holds your game back, you have come to the right place. After playing and coaching now for nearly 40 years, I've compiled everything you need to do to transform your serve this year into a 7-day serve obsession challenge. You see, I focus solely on the totally obsessed adult tennis player. Players who want the latest cutting-edge instruction proven to get results that local coaches either don't know or they refuse to teach you. I have now helped 7,332 totally obsessed tennis players inside my training programs, and I'm going to help you too. Introducing the 7-day Serve Obsession Challenge, you can enroll and join hundreds of other totally obsessed tennis players just like you live over the next 7 days to finally unlock that power you didn't know you had, gain control and spin you've been missing for years, and turn your serve into a true weapon that dominates in match play. When you enroll for the challenge, you're going to unlock $1,068 worth of value. Your challenge includes a 7-day step-by-step video coaching system, perfect practice plan drill sheets, live coaching and support, Plus, I'm throwing in a free bonus, my very best serving lessons currently only available to VIP members. So if you are sick and tired of hitting your serve like an amateur and not having the confidence to keep swinging freely regardless of scoreboard pressure, the time is now. You've tried the private lessons that cost tons of money with lackluster results, or you've signed up for dozens of online coaching programs that didn't work, and you're ready to stop the vicious cycle of disappointment and finally learn a simple, doable method that works for myself and for my students. The time is now. Enter your information and enroll now. It's an insane $1,016 value. If this is finally where your serve transformation begins, wouldn't it be worth it?